know he's gonna say something. He's gonna say 5.
So stupid. Knicks in 5.
Would you actually believe that though?
No, he doesn't. He wants to.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA Finals is finally set. It's Spurs versus Knicks. It's 1999 all over again. I am thrilled for this NBA Finals. I couldn't be more excited for this NBA Finals. I think it's going to be thrilling. Welcome to the Apollo NBA Show. I'm your host, Tom Strankman, joined always by Drew Preety and Sheldon Nord. Josh Garcia has been buried. We've lost him. I don't know where he is.
He's underground somewhere.
Yeah,
he's trying to dig his way back out to sunlight.
Voting centers. I don't know. He's just gone.
He's like the mole man in The Incredibles, where he's just kind of just like always in the dark.
Yeah,
buried.
He texted right before this.
He did.
Oh, he did.
So he's alive.
Something
he's
about
buried under the courthouse with
Jeremy Lin.
20 chicken breast. Covered
He
in
just made
teriyaki sauce.
17 salmon and rice bowls with lemon on top. It's great. Miss Josh, how are we doing, boys?
Good, man. What a crazy Game 7, right?
It was
kind of everything we kind of hoped for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, close game. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, which sometimes I feel like Game 7s can end up being.
The game itself was fun, and it was also like embodied so much of the series to that point. Spurs jump out to an early lead, have all the energy, and then it's just kind of like a when are the Thunder going to figure it out? And then they did, and then all the reasons the Spurs were able to jump out to those leads and win those 2 blowout games to that point prevailed. Namely, Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it turns out he's pretty good.
And Luke Cornett, I guess, star of the game.
Moment of the game. For sure.
I mean, per capita, most important player.
Do
per
we
minute played?
I understand that the first half was like kind of not close, and then all of a sudden the Thunder stormed back and made it a 2-3 point game at halftime. Great job by them. Spurs came out firing in the third quarter, and it just kind of went back and forth like that. The OKC Thunder would get in within 2-3, even take the lead at some points, and then the Thunder would go on an 8, 9, 10 overrun. Kind of just went back and forth like that throughout the entire game, which was really fun. But then in the fourth quarter, it's like Case and Wallace just started hitting threes, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's getting a little tight. And then the last 7 minutes or maybe 8 minutes got real chaotic because Wemby picked up, he got his like 4th foul, and then he went immediately a minute later and got his 5th foul.
Yeah.
And they kept him in the game for a little bit, take him out for literally just a singular minute. And is that when the Luke Cornett block happened? That's insane.
Incredible.
Yeah, that Luke Cornett block, like if that happens, then it's a 3 or 4 point game. I think it was 97-93 like at that point.
I think it would have
been
been
like that.
Yeah, like a 4 or 3 point game if they make that layup or dunk.
Right.
I think it would have been 4 point game, and then Castle comes right back right after the block and scores 4 point swing.
Yeah.
And it was the most like this is the most young team of all time. Last 3.5 minutes from the Spurs because they did not do anything on offense that was worth a damn. Like it looked like a disaster half the time, and I was like, "There's no way there." I just didn't feel like they were going to let it slip, and they ultimately didn't. But at some point in those 3.5 minutes, I was like, if Case and Wallace just keeps hitting threes, then like this is a real fucking problem for the Spurs. Mm-hmm. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. But you know, they probably live with that,
right?
If that's the sentence we're saying. Oh, you know, if Casey Wallace just catches fire and hits like 3 or 4 threes at the end of this game and takes the lead, it's like, you know what, we did our job.
Which I think he hit like 3. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter out of his 17.
I think he hit 2 during that last like 2 or 3 minutes.
But that whole fourth quarter, I think he had either 14 or 15 points out of his 17 points. Like he was just like doing everything he could. Shea at that point in time was completely gassed, is what it really felt like. I think he got a few buckets there in the fourth, but it just seemed like he gave everything he could in the first 3 quarters. Chet getting the ball against Wemby in the corner, passing out immediately, and then getting the ball back, and then trying to back him down and just falling to the ground. And like Chet conversations have to be had this summer. I don't know if you just like ultimately right back and Chet's just your number 3, or is this like a death sentence for Chet in OKC? I don't know how you look at it.
I think maybe we don't have to have the full conversation now, or maybe we can, whichever. I think, well, just circle back to SGA being exhausted. He was passing up shots.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was passing up really like a shot we would call a bad shot in a vacuum. Heavily contested, stuff like that. But he didn't really shoot that much. Like his last shot was at a minute 30, I think. And it was like a heave 3, basically.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's props to the Spurs for just being in his grill and forcing him to pass out, make the right play, whatever the thing LeBron gets criticized for all the time. But now, what was the other thing?
Chet.
Oh, Chet. That guy. Story of the game, I guess, in a lot of ways. I feel like he's been the 3rd best player. Like I don't feel like that's news, really.
I do think this year he took a step forward in the regular season.
But J-Dub was hurt. Like,
yeah, and I think he was
so much
forced
of the
into
regular
that.
season.
And I thought he excelled in that role, and it looked like he was more prepared for that role. And in this playoffs, it feels like he isn't. And even it wasn't just this round. It wasn't this specific game. It was like pretty much the entirety of the playoffs. It's just like you're looking at him and you're like, I think there's something more here. And maybe this is just Evan Mobley syndrome. Are we looking at another Evan Mobley where it's like, all right, this is just kind of what he is. He can give you 19 and 10 and good defense and all of those things, but he's not going to go nuclear or anything. I saw a TikTok today, and it was from last year, I think, and there was a little guy running around. He's like, what was your career high in any facet of basketball? And he's like, I think I had 36 against the Warriors. And he's like, you didn't score more than 36 growing up? He's like, no, dude, I was buns when I was younger. And I was like, oh, that's a tough clip to have, because I'm sure once that starts getting into the Twitter circles again, it'll be tough. But 4 points. He didn't shoot a single shot after the first, I think, 3 minutes of the game, right? 4 minutes of the game.
I mean, the last 3 quarters, he didn't even attempt a shot. So
yeah,
that's brutal. Where's Josh to say the Dion Waiters thing right now?
Yeah, we need that from Joshy boy. That was tough. He did have that sick block on Dylan Harper, which was also a sick Dylan Harper play where he tried to posterize him into a fucking oblivion.
He was feeling himself.
He was, dude. Yeah, Harper was incredible. I thought Gasol was good. That was the first De'Aaron Fox game where I thought he was like good in a minute since he's been hurt.
Looked healthier.
Yeah, just looked more comfortable and all the things. Dylan Harper also just like tackling Stephon Castle after getting mauled by Alex Caruso was just
that was good.
Incredibly. That's a 15-year vet move, and he's
I talked to
month 10 of his NBA career.
I talked to a Spurs fan on Sunday, the morning after the game, and he was like, he brought it up. He was like, you know what the play of the game was? And I was like, the Cornette block. And he was like, no. Whenever Castle went to the ground and Harper dove on top of him, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I mean,
bet move.
Yeah, Castle had been so upset all series long at Caruso, specifically Caruso.
I get it.
Yeah. And it's because he's been hounding him the entire season,
yeah.
And then Castle's having to defend him and also try to get past him and all that kind of stuff. He was just fed up at that point. And I don't know if he ends up getting up and screaming at him or shoving him or whatever, but yeah, good move by Dylan.
He might get a tech. I don't think he's going to get ejected after that. Like,
right.
Yeah.
No. Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell just like resurrection game as well. They both were decent.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson, best game of the playoffs, honestly. Only because he saved himself in the fourth quarter. Like the first 3 quarters again, I'm just like, I don't know what happened to this guy. Like, I don't know how you win. This might be the worst 6 man of the year I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, he can't make a single shot. And he makes like 2 huge, like back-to-back threes that I did not think either of them were going in based off the way he had been playing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you need, right? Game 7, you need just guys off the bench. Not always going to be your star. And the Thunder didn't have their usual supply of players just because J-Dub's out, AJ's out. They didn't even play ISO Joe or Aaron Wiggins. Like, they just gave up on them, which was surprising to me. Like,
that was weird.
I wanted to bring that up. I thought it was really, like, probably the first knock against Dagnall, right? Where in my opinion, I was shocked that they started Dort again. I could not believe after watching the first 6 games of this series and every single start to every single game, they're down 10, they're down 15. And it's just like, you can't play Hartenstein and Chet, who's not going to shoot, apparently, and Dort at the start of the game. You're just going to go down immediately. And now you're just in a hole for the entire game to dig your way out. And Dort was
I
a
don't
minus.
I don't think they started Hartenstein in this game.
Maybe not this game.
But they were. But you're right, they were.
They were. And it's still like he was a -9 for the series. I cannot believe that they were like, yep, we've watched 6 games of this and we decided to keep starting this guy instead of like Casey Wallace, he's right there. And he's probably a better player at this point. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Or put Caruso, like start Caruso. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And they were also struggling. This goes back to like ISO Joe and Aaron Williams. They were struggling to score like 100 points this entire series. You need more scores. Dort isn't hitting any shots regardless. So yeah, especially we talked about Chet, 27% from 3 on a series. You can't have him and Dort on the court to start the game. It just doesn't make any sense. So I was really shocked that the coaching staff for the Thunder were like, we're just gonna roll with it and hope for the best. So because they have guys that can play better and take Dort's spot.
Yeah. So. Correct myself. Hartenstein did start this game. You're right. But
so
are you calling Isaiah Joe ISO Joe?
I am.
I feel like that is incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah, you gotta calm that one down.
That's his nickname.
No, it's not. That's the other Joe
Johnson's.
That's Joe Johnson.
Listen, they were calling Isaiah Joe ISO Joe last year during their championship run. Like
Oklahoma
the
people.
Thunder?
No, I've been listening to other like national podcasts that they've been saying that.
Well, that doesn't make it.
We need to put a stop to that.
Disrespectful for you. Y'all can put out. It just means everyone is.
Tweet it right now. Stop calling this guy ISO Joe.
It's just Isaiah Joe. It's not even his first name. I can't call him ISO Joe.
In these walls.
In this house. ISO Joe is Joe Johnson. If you don't
step on the court in a game 7, maybe you don't deserve that nickname.
We can't call a 3 and D, or not even a D guy, just a 3 guy. Yeah, we can't call him ISO Joe.
No nickname.
That's crazy. But yeah, the lineups were weird. I like Daigneault a lot.
I did too.
I just feel like the rotation was kind of a weird thing, and then it just forced their hand. They're like, well, I guess we're playing these 4 guys 40 minutes, and then just plugging in the 5th guy wherever it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all guess what Casey Wallace's 3-point percentage was in the playoffs this year?
44%.
True.
Sure. 42.
48.4%.
Oh, nice.
He should have just been hitting. Like, how did you not just want to start him? Because he plays roughly arguably better defense than Lou Dort because he's not like killing people, but he's still physical and like plays good defense, but then also hits 48% of his threes in the playoffs. Like he hit 36 in the regular season. That's probably better than what Lou Dort's was in the regular season. Like just play him. He's younger. He's got better legs. Like he does the same thing that Lou Dort does. Maybe better.
There were multiple moments throughout this series where he would literally just get his hands on the ball like Kawhi-like and just take it. Just take it from the guy who was dribbling. Like I could not.
He did it to Castle a few times, right?
I know.
Like, it was just I don't know why you didn't see that because he played 36 minutes. Like Lou Dort had to play 15 minutes, but
it's because he started in like the first.
You don't have
6.
to start the first 5 minutes,
and they're like, get him out.
He didn't have to start the first 5 minutes.
No.
That and then they're running Jalen Williams, not J Dub. Big Jalen Williams.
J Will.
J Will. Sure. They're running him a bunch of minutes because like
their best big in that game.
2 games of the series like that worked really well, and then it was fine in game 7. It wasn't great. I think it was probably one of the worst ones. They started to figure him out a little bit, but also Julian Champagnie just being cut for Mac McClung for the slam dunk contest is so fucking funny because
that is
6
wild.
threes.
Yeah,
game 7.
That's wild. But also, this game is really just like
it's weird.
The OKC role players just the Spurs role players just woke up, and the Thunder role players like they fell asleep.
Yeah,
Caruso shot horribly. Dort was awful. Chet was awful. Hartenstein was meh. It was basically just SGA. Carrying all the water. McCain was fine.
Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can't hit threes consistently, and that's kind of the one thing I noticed with this entire series specifically. I was like, okay, if OKC loses this throughout the 7 games, I was like, if they lose the series, what do they do in the offseason? Obviously, J-Dub's out, AJ Mitchell's out. That's 2 ball handlers plus shot creators that you don't have, but they're not necessarily like the best 3-point shooters of all time. Like that was something I noticed last year when they won the finals. They had a game, I think it was game 5, where they ended up coming back. They were 2 of 16 or something from 3 before Shea hit a 3 with maybe 5 minutes left in game 5, and they ended up taking the lead there, and then they ended up winning that game. That was something I noticed last year throughout the playoff run. Is like, just don't hit threes, and that's okay if you can just make every single 2 with SGA.
And your defense is amazing.
Which they still had those things. They just didn't have a second person to make those 2s, which was J-Dub for the most part, and AJ Mitchell when he comes off the bench. Like, that's what they were missing tremendously. And if they have those 2 guys, maybe they win the series, maybe they don't, if they're healthy. But I feel like they might press a button this offseason just to go find someone that is like a secure 3-point shooter that, can either come off the bench or stay in the starting lineup. I don't know who that is. I don't know what it is, but
I have a name.
Not Giannis.
Let's hear it.
Trey Murphy.
Yeah, that's a button that they could very easily.
That's a button.
Push.
That's like
that's a very
big red button.
How many first rounds is that? 3 first round picks?
How many do they have? Like,
well, they have a lot, but I'm saying, like, how much would Presti be willing to give up?
They have 7 tradable firsts right now, I think.
That's what
it depends on the quality of the picks.
Quality of picks and who else, and the player, I guess they're sending back as well.
Yeah.
I think they have 7 tradable firsts right now. If you do that trade, you're trading Lou Dort and maybe can you trade Caruso in that?
They're going to need
they wouldn't.
Pelicans are going to want someone younger than Dort.
They're going to trade Jared McCain.
I mean, maybe.
And you're also about to be the most expensive team of all time in the NBA as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah. If you're getting
extensions kicking in,
if you're getting healthy AJ Mitchell, healthy J-Dub, at some point, now is Jared McCain gonna be? Is he the bottom of the totem pole in that 3-man group?
Just in Sixers 2.0 for Jared.
I think he's at least. I mean, him and J-Dub has earned more
for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, he's not. It's not really him, but it's like him or AJ Mitchell.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And you're keeping AJ Mitchell because he's $3 million for this year.
That's the tough part, right?
Isn't McCain also? I guess he's a first-round pick. So
first-round, mid-round pick. So right? He's making a little bit more. But
he was 20, right?
Yeah, maybe 16, something like that.
I don't know where the salaries break down.
But yeah, there's a button that they can press. I would assume Lou Dort doesn't come back.
No.
And they push a button to get a wing of some sorts to play 3-and-D wing.
I like the Trey Murphy call by Shelly. I don't think everyone's talking about the Giannis thing. There's no way Presti does that. Like, he's never swung for a big player like that. And what if Giannis just is still he's been hurt the past 3 years, honestly.
Right.
Like, what if you just trade away Chet and 2 first-round picks for nothing? Like, I don't think he makes that swing.
Did they get Paul George in free agency?
No, that was a trade, right?
No,
OKC.
The OKC, yeah.
That was a trade from Indiana, I believe.
Yeah, Oladipo, right? Wasn't that Oladipo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Sounds right.
That makes sense. Well, because we were.
You're saying big
swinging.
I guess that is true. And look how that turned out. He's probably never doing that again.
But how old was Paul?
Well, but I mean, he was an MVP candidate that year. Like, he was nuts. He wasn't the reason they flamed out.
Yeah, he was. He was third in MVP that year?
I think he got third in MVP. He's 36 right now. So that trade happened, 2017?
Yeah, I think 17 sounds right.
They got destroyed.
So he was 27. Like, Giannis is 31.
That too. Giannis is older, right?
Yeah, he's 4 years older than what Paul
George and plays differently to where his body will break down.
Had George been injured? Did George have that leg injury?
He had the leg injury a few years before that. Yeah. Wasn't that 2012, 2013, 2014?
Olympics?
Or maybe it was 2016.
I don't think it was 2012 because wasn't that the year that they went
I think it was 16 Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
August 1st, 2014, during a Team USA intra-squad scrimmage in Las Vegas.
Anyway,
makes more sense.
yeah, Presti doesn't really swing, but maybe every now and then. But I don't feel like Giannis is the right. That's not even what they're fine without doing that. They can find another more affordable, less risk, like a lower risk move.
I agree. And it's like they were out their second best player and possibly their third or fourth best player with AJ. Like
their third best ball handler and shot creator.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you can take this as a loss. But if, they can say maybe we come back and we're healthy next year and we trust that Chet will make improvements over the summer enough to where if some guys are out, he can play a little bit more better offensively, but I don't think they.
Well, the other thing they can do is package Dort or whatever salary they want with 12 and 17 for someone that's higher up in the lottery, and they get a younger guy, or they just draft at 12 and 17 and figure out how to move Dort and other stuff for future stuff just to offload the books. And just make the team either deeper or better, whatever it may look like. But yeah, they can push a lot of different buttons because they have all the assets.
How high up do you have to move in this draft to be excited about the player that you're drafting if you're Oklahoma City? 5? Do you have to get to 5?
Top 5 for sure. Maybe even top 4.
That'll make a difference on a title team?
It might be top 4, right?
Like next year?
It's got to be.
Well, I guess at some point you're drafting a role player to just slot in.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, are you asking, like, are you excited about the guy because he's going to be able to play like 12 minutes off the bench next year in the playoffs, or like a Cam Boozer who could potentially like just be starting for you?
Well, if we're just asking the question about them potentially
12,
trading
17.
up in the draft to get a higher impact player immediately,
because aren't they wanting?
They have to go up pretty high, and I just don't see a team that's in that slot being willing to fall back to 12 or 17. I'd rather have my high lottery pick than 2.
I agree.
Late first, unless I'm getting a way better player than Dort back in return.
I agree.
I think they're rumored to love Yaxel from Michigan.
Sure.
Just to beef up a little bit, and then you can get rid of Hartenstein, offload that money. But I don't know if I like that necessarily.
I don't think I want a rookie in exchange for Hartenstein, though.
Right. And then you're putting more pressure on Chet, and we've seen how that goes. So,
well, because the real problem with Hartenstein in some of these games is that Chet wasn't who you needed him to be.
Yeah,
then you're asking Hartenstein to compensate whenever his job is to be the guy that comes off the bench or be like the change of pace big, stuff like that. And so then you need him to be the enforcer and all these different things.
I can't believe he got chased down by Luke Cornett.
I can.
Luke Cornett
they're both slow. Like
I know, but Luke Cornett looks so much bigger than he did when he was on the Knicks.
I just feel like that was the most obvious. There were 2 moments toward the end of that game where a pump fake is saving the Thunder's lives. Like they might probably tie the game at the end. All Hartenstein has to do is stop, pump fake, let Cornett go airborne, lay it up, or maybe get fouled, or just wait for a trailer to come and do whatever. McCain, the moonshot he shot at the end over Wemby.
Oh, the Wemby running.
If he would have just pumped it, there's no one else there. He probably didn't even need to pump it. Wemby was probably just running too hard at him.
He could have just patted the guy that was along the arc next to you, right? That didn't sitting right there on your right. Like, because Wemby, like, if he lands and then puts his other arm back up, like, feels like he could still get back to it.
Oh no, I'm not saying you pump, move, and shoot again. I'm saying you just go to the hoop.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much time was left there though, but enough, I think.
Yeah, I think there was plenty of time at that point. But yeah, fun game 7. It's also wild. I think the last 4 conference championship games game 7s, the away team has won all of them, I believe, which is fun. Either 4 or 5. It's been a lot.
What does it matter anymore, man?
Which I feel like it matters in some places, but I thought OKC was one of those places.
Yeah, that has to be, which is why I don't think it matters anymore. Like, everyone knows
they were going crazy. I do think no J-Dub and AJ Mitchell is more of the problem. Like, if they have one of those guys, I don't know if that series still goes 7 or if they win game 7, whatever it may be, but it definitely looks different if you have a healthy one of those guys.
Yeah, I will say Spurs had the Thunder's number all year.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe the fact it went 7 games is a testament to the home court.
Maybe.
True.
I don't know.
Because remember that week in November, we were like, no way the Spurs win another one in a row. And they won like 4 in a row that week.
Yeah. that's how I felt going into Game 6, where I was like, they're not going to blow them out again. Sure enough.
Shocking. Yeah, but it was a fun Game 7. It was an exciting game. Enjoyed it. Good for the Spurs. Spurs celebrated that, I think, harder than I've seen anyone celebrate a conference championship.
I appreciate it.
No, I agree. I also
Hate
saw
those
a clip
guys.
today
I appreciate that.
I saw a clip from Orlando in '95 when Shaq and Penny won the Eastern Conference. They did kind of the same thing.
Well, that's a good thing
Which
they
I
got
thought-
it all out of their system then, because
There's
got hit by a Mack truck
nothing else after that.
right after.
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting. Is like the young team is celebrating something that they didn't know if it was achievable this year or whatever it may be. Wemby holding the microphone, like I know his hands are big, but the way he holds the microphone and is like it's like a Tic Tac in his hand. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
But saying
holding
like,
his chapstick. Just like,
I want to win. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Like I want to win more than anything. Like it hurts me how much I want to win or whatever the quote was. No, it was cool to see.
My brother needs counseling.
Yeah, it was cool to see that reaction as opposed to what the Knicks reaction was too, which was pretty funny because like the Knicks absolutely dominated Game 4 and like there was no fucking chance anyone was coming back. Like they had won for 30 minutes of game time at that point. So it's like any jitters or excitement they had, it was probably just like fluttering.
They already knew they won.
Yeah, which I thought was funny. And then you look at the Spurs, like which was a very emotional, fun, tough, incredibly hard series as well as Game 7, and you could see all the emotions let out. So I thought both of those were fun. Good celebrations all around. Big fan.
Yeah.
To Shelly's point about the Spurs having the Thunder's number.
Yeah.
Thunder this year, 71-14 versus everyone else. 71-14 versus everyone else. 4-8 versus the Spurs.
And 3 of those were in this series.
That is unreal. That's unreal.
Yeah.
They've been the number 1 seed for the last 3 years too.
Yeah.
So back to your home court conversation, Shelly. They've only made the finals once. They lose in the conference finals once, and they lose in the conference semis once in those 3 years, while being the number 1 seed for all 3 years.
I'd probably take that. I mean, I'd probably take one championship.
No, that's you just take a championship.
And then you unfortunately run into this guy who's 7'5" and well, if women doesn't exist, this team's like they're back-to-back champs probably.
It's pretty funny. At the end of last season, we were all like, you know what? If you're competing for 3rd or 4th or 5th in the West, just blow it up. The Thunder they're here to stay, and now it's like, damn it, like the Thunder are like, if we're just competing for 2nd, 3rd, or 4th in the West, like we might as well just blow it up because this alien is here.
Well, it's something that we've said on this podcast every single year of this podcast. You're like, fuck, the Celtics are going to run this shit for a while, and they're one and done, right? Shit goes haywire the next year, and then the Thunder win last year. And we're like, shit, but hang it up, boys, it's over. Like they're going to win the next 5, and then they lose the next year, and it's all injuries, really, because
I was about to say,
like they lose Kristaps, Tatum, all the things, right? Thunder
lose. Jalen Brown had he had to have hand surgery or whatever after that.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that series they lost last year. Right?
Am I
getting my years wrong? I think that's right.
He had hand surgery.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because that's when we were all making fun of not being able to dribble with his left hand, and then like a week later he had surgery on his left wrist or something.
Yeah, it turns out. But yeah, it's kind of injury related, and I said it on a previous podcast. I don't know what week it was, what episode it was, but I was like, every team that wins a championship has injury luck, whether they are healthy versus a team that is unhealthy, or they're more healthy than the other team. That's all it really comes down to most of the time, and about to see which one's more healthy come Wednesday. We're recording this Monday, June 1st, by the way. So
Nick's already down to pinky,
but he's already out of the brace, so people are saying everything's fine.
Right.
If I have to sacrifice my pinky to potentially win an NBA Finals, I'm offering both.
Yeah, right.
Like you can take them both.
Just grab the rebounds.
He's a redneck. He's gotten injuries before and just played through it. He's fine. He is.
Crazy that it didn't happen on the court.
I'm very curious as to see what that injury was. I don't know if he punched something.
Heard a fire hydrant.
Heard a little bit of punchy.
Yeah, the punch rumors going around. I was thinking he might have been working on his truck.
possible
truck injury because he posts about his truck all the time. Love Mitchell Robinson. He's so funny. But without further ado, the 2026 NBA Finals are starting on Wednesday. This is going to be the NBA Finals preview pod along with the Game 7 recap pod. Had an eventful weekend this weekend. So we're back on a Monday, and we'll be back later this week at some point. Maybe we'll just come back on Thursday to talk about Game 1. Who's to say? We'll find out.
Time will tell.
Spurs, Knicks. Spurs have home court advantage. The Spurs are wearing black at home for Game 1. We have a USA 250-year patch on the front, but the finals patch is on the back. Don't worry. Topps is going to handle it. Fanatics has got it. This fucking stinks. But we've got...
I just would not have even thought to bring up the colors that either team was wearing or the patch. Like, I already forgot about the patch after you sent it to us.
It's frustrating.
the patch sucks.
The patch sucks.
The patch does suck. But
you know what
I just had already made my peace with the sponsor patch. Sucking is like it's there, whatever. What doesn't suck? The courts.
Oh, the court rules, dude. The Larry O right in the middle. Drew, you said it in the chat. It could be bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm content with the size. Like, I think it's
heard that my whole life.
Yeah, I think it's great. Drew, it could have been a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. We've got Larry O in the middle of the court and center court behind the Spurs and Knicks logos. It looks tremendous. I'm so excited to see it on TV. I'm very excited.
Way better than the bullshit they had last year where there was like digital overlay on the court and guys were clipping through it.
Was it Game 3 that they put it on to? It wasn't even Game 1 because we were all yelling about it online. Like, where the fuck are the finals logos? Yeah, and the little Larry O AI generated shit.
Oh my god, Adam Silver.
He's the easiest person to bully in the world, I think.
Well, they're the only sports league to actually use social media input, which is like both good and bad at the very same time. But like, this is the
more bad than good.
This is the first good thing I think that's come from it. Like, can we pull him in and putting the actual Larry O trophy on the jersey for the finals again? Like, I just want that on the front. I don't need the little circle that says finals. I want the Larry O patch on the front. Move the sponsor to the back. I'm fine with that. Can we just do that?
Yeah. Or put it in place with the America 250.
Or put it right over the Nike logo. Like, either way, I need the Larry O on the front again. That's the one other frustration I have.
Yeah. Adam Silver was like, all right, we got the Larry O'Brien on the court. Now to make people really pissed, let's fuck up the jerseys.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. The next thing I'm looking for on Wednesday night is, are we getting pregame warm-ups? Are we getting the theatrics? Like, are we going to be in the arena seeing like what's happening in the arena pregame? Because we didn't get that until like Game 5 or 6 last season. I think it was Game 5 in Indiana, or maybe it was Game 6 in Indiana. They didn't show the starting lineups, like introduction and all that kind of shit before the game.
Well, is it NBC?
No, it's ESPN.
Has the finals?
Yeah, they always have the finals. And they didn't do that until everyone started yelling about the trophy on the court and the pregame introductions and all that kind of stuff. And then Game 6, we see the introductions last season. I just want them to start that from Game 1. I don't want to have to ask for something else.
I don't know. I can't have anything cutting into my perk time.
That's a good point. Who's going to step up today?
All right, Bill.
I love this voice. I can't even do it. It's like,
I can't either.
The
New York
because he pronounces everything wrong.
That's
pretty
New
good.
York Knicks. It's like sounds like someone's holding his nose. Beaumont Ozan legend Kendrick Perkins.
Sure.
You guys know he played in the state championship against Chris Bosh?
No, I did. I had no idea.
Dallas legend, right?
Duncanville, yeah.
Hey, did he really go to Duncanville? That's where my dad went.
Somewhere in Dallas or Lake Highlands.
No, Chris Bosh High School.
Sorry about that.
I went to Lincoln High School in Dallas, Texas.
Lincoln. Oh, duh. That's like a South Dallas, like Lincoln's for real.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
it's just like actually, it's actually in Dallas, but it's like they're always very good at basketball. Or
it's like Duncanville's
like Montverde.
I don't know about that good. I don't know.
Yeah. What can you do? Finals starts Wednesday night. We're releasing this on Tuesday. Game 1 is in San Antonio. I think the game starts at like 7:30 God's time zone, Central Standard Time. I'm excited. I I'm pumped for this finals. I think it's the best outcome that we could have had for like the entirety of the US, because we get to see like New York probably just burn to the ground, win or lose. Doesn't matter what's going to happen. San Antonio, you get Wemby, you get more Wemby content, more Wemby games. That's fun. Young team versus team that's lost at every stage in the playoffs over the last 5 years. Like you have all the storylines. 1999 rematch. Jalen Brunson's dad played in that finals. Now Jalen Brunson's in the finals for the same team against the same team. It's all the storylines that you could have wanted. I think this is a tremendous thing for the NBA. And they fucked it up with the jersey patch. That's what I'm saying. They just fucked it with the jersey patch.
They ruined it. It's not even
so stupid. That's all I'm saying.
Worth watching.
So dumb. Can we just put it on the warm-ups and then still use that for the trading cards? Like that would have been fine.
Yeah. The show that I've been telling you guys about, Your Friends and Neighbors.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Your Friends and Neighbors. I don't remember what it's called.
John Hamm.
The character in it, who is a retired basketball player, Nick Brandis, played for the Spurs and the Knicks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Zach Lowe's in that show. And I believe OG is too.
I told you that both of those guys are in it, yes.
I saw the clip.
They're in the same episode.
Saw the clip.
The house party.
Some woman looks at OG and goes, "You are very attractive." And Zach Lowe's like,
"Thank you.
What about me?"
Westchester.
You're Westchester 6.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'll take that."
He probably would. Where do we want to start with the finals? Do we have like X factors? Do we want to just point out, Drew, you always have the stats. Shelly used to be our stat guy. Now Drew's bringing stats and Shelly's not. So like,
no, dude, I stopped doing homework the minute Drew stepped in.
That's not fun. Why can't we both do homework? And
all right.
Well, Drew, you need to know a little bit of the lore. So yeah. I subbed in for Josh for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I was just brought in to do the blogs. And then Stone made me do other work, so I stopped doing that. But I filled in, and I could tell Stone's eyes are just like glazing over the whole time I'm talking. He's just like, "What? Why is he saying so many numbers?
Too many numbers, man.
Stop
That's
saying
hilarious.
plus. Stop saying minus." And then
minus.
The first time that I come on with all three of us, me, Stone, and Josh, the first thing Josh says is, I'm so psyched we got a numbers guy. I'm like, "Great, I'm the freaking nerd."
You're the nerd on this podcast.
Yeah, he was on for like
be the nerd.
3 weeks straight of every episode, pretty much, and like every episode he would bring something, just one thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we got a numbers guy. This is our numbers guy now. And it's
keep doing it. What the heck?
Yeah,
join me.
I guess the Knicks are what?
I do have a data baller tab open, if that counts.
The Knicks are like what, a plus 247 over the last 11 games, best 11 game stretch, plus their like best 10 game stretch in NBA history, regular season playoffs. You can name all the teams that have won a shitload of games in a row and all their plus minuses, and the Knicks have the best one. That has to mean something coming into this game, into this finals, I think, just because you don't just beat the shit out of teams if you're just like playing bad teams, because these teams did win a handful of games in the regular season. You know, like doesn't matter how injured or whatever, it's still the playoffs, and you would think it'd be a closer match than that, because like the 17 Warriors didn't do this, and that's the one thing I kind of point back to, because it's like that team was unstoppable, and I don't understand how they didn't do this. But the Knicks are literally getting out to a 30-point lead in a closeout game every single time and just closing it every single time. It's an incredible run. So I think that has to matter. And when you go into the finals, like you have to look at that.
I think, plus 247 through 11 straight wins. I did want to bring this up. I want to know y'all's opinion, because I do think personally there is some East like weakness that we can deficiency. Like they did play like the Sixers, who, to be fair, beat the 2 seed Celtics.
Played really good against the Celtics.
But also like Embiid came back and was healthy for like 4 games. Yeah. And then versus the Knicks was not not himself at all.
He played like 1 game.
Right.
Or
exactly.
Did he get hurt in game 1 or
so then it's like, all right, throw that series kind of out the window, you know. And then the Cavs go 7 versus Detroit. So we already know that they're a problem, because they went 7 versus Detroit, who didn't have any other players besides Kate to shoot the ball, who are also led by
Magic.
Who went 7 against the Magic? A great point. And they're led by 2 playoff chokers. I'm gonna keep saying it. Donovan Mitchell is now considered.
Did you see the
guy that
we
can't
have
rise?
Boss, we have to talk about the Cavs. Did you see the report that happened today
No.
about the Cavs?
On what?
The front
I was
office.
too focused on the USA 250 patch.
Yeah, 100% same. The Cavs front office had a trade for Darius Garland for Drew Holiday at the deadline and decided to back out to do the James Harden one instead. Could you imagine that team with Drew Holiday instead this year? They win a game against the Knicks.
I would have enjoyed it more. I would have enjoyed the team more.
Because the problem was their defense
I think
at
their
the end of it.
regular season might not turn around the way it did, though.
Maybe. But their defense was the problem in the playoffs.
But that's what Harden's known for. It's like he comes and will win some regular season games.
You're preaching to the choir.
I know you.
No one here knows more about that's who James Harden is than I do. I'm just saying.
Had to bring that
maybe
up.
They're not even in that position.
No, you're good. But yeah, but back to that point. It's like they've played, those two teams. Who they play in the first round? Freaking
Hawks.
The Hawks. Yeah.
CJ McCollum.
Their only two losses are on 1 point losses versus CJ McCollum shots, essentially. So
basically, yeah.
I don't know. Are they just like playing really well and beating these really good teams, or are they playing semi-mediocre teams and just ending up blowing them out because they've kind of punted all their seasons after they go down 2-0, 3-0?
I do think the Hawks one is the most interesting one to look at because they did lose 2 of the first 3 games, right? Both by 1 point. One was a collapse in game 1. I think the second one was like pretty close game. The Hawks ended up pulling out, or I think. But then the way that they closed that series, right? I think they had a 20-something point win in game 5, and then they won by 50 in game 6.
Yeah,
like that wasn't
in the first half.
Right. In Atlanta too, right?
Yes, an egregious amount of points winning that series after you had lost 2 games by 1 point where they had confidence. CJ McCollum's talking to the press they were cocky coming in game 4, and they ended up getting shit on for the next 3 games.
This is my point, though. It's like you're playing against a team who's the best player, CJ McCollum. Like,
Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum just.
But in that series, though, like I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then against the Sixers, like you kind of have to throw that one out because it's Joel Embiid, but they didn't really have Joel Embiid all season long, and they still won a decent amount of games with Maxey, All NBA guy. Edgecombe was really good, but they still beat the shit out of them in 4 games. And then against the Cavs, sure, they're tired and everything, but
no, I'm tired.
Yeah, everyone's tired.
So what?
They have had a lot of rest, and that's the other thing is like in game 1 against the Cavs, it's like the Knicks are rusty. If they lose this one, it is what it is. Like they'll come back and they'll be fine. And then they win that game, and then it was immediately over.
It was over.
Like the next 3 games did not matter. They did not need to play them. They could have just gone one and done. It was over.
Yeah, I think that's
part.
We don't have to relitigate the Eastern Conference Finals, but after that happened, and then like the first quarter of game 2, I'm like, yeah, this is over.
Didn't matter anymore. So I think there's a portion of it where it's circumstance where they're playing either beat up or hurt teams or worse teams or whatever. But the margin of victory against those teams is what still matters, I think, to me at the end of the day.
Yep.
Like if they're winning these games and they're going 4-0, 4-0, and 4-2 against these 3 teams, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's impressive. Like you did crazy. But the fact that they're winning by 20, 30, 40, and 50 in these closeout games and in game 2s and game 3s, that's the part that stands out to me, not the part that, like, they got matched up pretty well against these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Beating the shit out of them. And this is also the 3rd straight series that the Knicks are playing someone coming off of game 7.
That's pretty crazy.
It's nice. It's nice for them.
That's nice for them considering how many miles those guys have logged over the past few years.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in what's going to happen between Cat and Wemby, and mostly what I mean is how the rest of each of their teams are affected by the specialties of each of them. Cat, obviously, offensive specialist, has been really great facilitating in the playoffs, and is obviously, for the most part, a knockdown shooter and can hit tough shots. All those things.
Best big man shooter of all time.
And then Wemby needs to rove like. Yeah, that's right. Wemby needs to be able to rove the paint, and he was able to do that because Chet sucked, and Hartenstein only shoots floaters, which I guess are Wemby's weakness if you can shoot a 20-foot floater up into the sky.
Welcome back, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, so it's just like they're going to be doing the opposite thing to each other. Then obviously Wemby's going to be living in the paint and can shoot, and you're just going to force Cat to play defense. Or I guess they're probably going to stick a little guy on him, but
so
I feel like that strategy does not work for an entire game.
The matchups that are most played against Wemby from the Knicks this season in the 3 games that they played, NBA Cup plus the 2 regular season games. I think the people that played the most defense on Wemby most minutes was OG was 1, Mitchell Robinson was 2, and then Cat was 3. So I think that's kind of what they're going to be doing on defense. And then on the other side of the floor, Wemby, like you're saying, is going to be kind of the roamer towards the paint, protecting him. The guy that they chose to leave open in the NBA Cup game was Josh Hart. Playoff Josh Hart's pretty good at shooting threes for the most part. So, like, that's an interesting wrinkle that OKC.
Whatever you knew before, throw it out.
Right. But, like, that worked in the NBA Cup. It's worked against them in the regular season. Like, these two teams match up really well against each other, I think. But it also presses all the buttons that maybe New York's not good at with Karl Anthony Towns. And, like, if Mitchell Robinson's pinky's going to fall off, whatever, like, those things aren't going to work for you against Wemby. But on the other side, like, Wemby's going to be the roamer. But OKC didn't have AJ Mitchell, didn't have J-Dub, didn't have someone that could make an open 3. That person that they chose to leave open, the Knicks right now, as of the last, 3.5, 4 weeks, do. They have several people that can do that. They have now Landry Shamet just hits everything off of the bench. Like, they have multiple guys that can play that roaming role where if Wemby's going to be roaming and leaving someone open in the corner, they have multiple guys that can make those shots. OG can make those shots. Hart can make those shots. Shaman can make those shots. Like, they have several people that can do it. So I think it's a really fun series, technically speaking. Like, it's just like, who's going to be able to press the right button at the right time. So it's fun.
Yeah. I also wonder, like, if Wemby is going to be put on Josh Hart to roam, right? Who's guarding Cat? Because Castle's going to be guarding Brunson, right? That's what I'm assuming. You're not putting Fox too small. Vassell, maybe Champagny, like, and then it's just like, can Cat take advantage of
probably
just kind of
bring Harper in and guard Brunson a lot, right? And then you can put Cat on OG. Like, they have multiple defenders, but Brunson is kind of, I don't know.
I'm probably not putting Castle on OG. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just gonna put him on the best player and see how it goes. Make an adjustment if you need to.
Right. Yeah. But I'm wondering, like, if they can't find anyone to guard Cat besides Wemby, now their whole defensive plan is kind of gets shook, right? Because now he's out on the perimeter, and Brunson can just drive as much as he wants. Like, the reason Shea had struggled so much in that series was because he had 0 layups and 0 dunk opportunities. He hit all these middies. Yeah, because he knows, like, he couldn't get as close as he wanted to because Wemby's coming out of nowhere and contesting. So if Cat is able to draw out Wemby that way, like, it's going to be a lot easier for Brunson than it was for Shea to get to his spot. So I think that's, for me, that's the biggest matchup. It's like, who can someone on the Spurs besides Wemby effectively guard Cat to where they can keep Wemby in that roaming position? And if not, then it really gets, I think, a lot more difficult for the Spurs to figure out how they want to guard all these guys.
You think Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo come in and double team him WWE style, or
just kick him in the chest?
Maybe with 2 minutes left in the game.
We didn't get to talk about we didn't get to talk about the real Wemby gate of it all. Like, we saw him whispering to them, but we didn't see his mouth say hard fouls whenever we talked about it the first time.
Yeah.
Which is
I have 0 problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it. I just want Spurs fans to be honest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think that's why we it
is what it is.
Not me, but NBA fans in general should just love Wemby more, because his post-game press conference, the hard fouls thing, like, all the things, like, he's just, if he wasn't a Spur, I think I would just love Wemby
for sure. So
I just love him so much more.
Freaking baby in the best way.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I like Wemby.
I'll never be able to.
No, fuck that guy. Yeah.
I'll never be able to root for him. That's maybe a better way to say it.
That's fair.
I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy him either.
Dude, you better get ready. You're gonna have 20 years.
It's more like I can see.
I kind of enjoy it already. I feel like I can take it off, and I didn't
be a Wemby hater.
I can.
Well, I'm
not a Wemby hater. I'm a Spurs hater. It's all about the silver and black. That's what I hate.
I found out he was French. And I was like, I'm out. This guy sucks.
I do generally roll my eyes at most, like, wearing a flag kind of patriotism, like, I have to like this thing because it's red, white, and blue. But when it comes to just patently disliking the French, I feel like I can run in that lane.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fair.
very comfortable there.
Yeah.
Went one time. I was like, this place.
I've never even been. Maybe that's why I hate it.
Everyone's so
I'm
angry.
uninitiated.
Everyone's so angry and so mean. That's all I
Yeah.
got for my 4 days in Paris. It sucked.
Paris. They're mean in Paris.
They're just mean. Mom went this summer to wine country in France, and she was like, it was lovely. Everyone was so nice. They all spoke English. I was like, yeah, opposite experience for me. Everyone refused to speak English to me, even though I know everyone in the world knows English at this point, like in these big cities. Everyone knows English, but what can you do?
You're just like, hey, my name's Stone. I know you've been learning English since 3rd grade. Can you point me to the
Bust up.
Just like, I know you watch American TV. I know you listen to American music. Fuck you. Just tell me where to go. That's all I'm asking. I was trying to find a landmark, go see something historic, and they're like, fuck you.
You think I don't? You think that I don't know? You know what Dua Lipa is saying?
I ate 4 chocolate croissants this morning, and I enjoyed them thoroughly. And it's the best thing you do here. Now show me to this museum.
Yeah, sure. I
Now
guess.
show me to the museum.
Did you have escargot?
No, I didn't eat snails.
I would do it.
I would. I just didn't go to the right places, I don't think. I was by myself wandering
like-
around. I didn't know what I was going.
It's like crazy expensive, right?
I'm sure it is. It's like caviar.
You went to
Fish
the
eggs.
Louvre?
Yeah, I went to the Louvre. Louvre was sick.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh, that's right. You hated the Mona Lisa.
Well, I didn't hate the Mona Lisa. I was just disappointed.
Too small.
You were
Yeah, way too
underwhelmed.
small.
Man, you're just bringing up memories, like Vietnam flashbacks.
Last question is OG Anunoby the only person to make Skechers cool?
You don't think Julius
They look
Randle
pretty
makes them
good.
cool?
No.
Or Joel Embiid?
No. Like OGs, they look pretty good. I don't know.
I guess we didn't really say that much about the Spurs except for Wemby in this series. I guess, and who's gonna guard
Oh,
Brunson?
I do have an actual question. All right.
Okay.
What are the top 5 players in this series?
Oh,
In order.
One
Like after it's
Wemby.
over, or predict like
No. Like going into the series, who are the top 5 players in this series?
Wemby, Brunson.
I agree.
Oh, can I say something crazy?
You can say whatever
No,
you
never
want.
mind. Probably OG.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning. At 3.
Then Harper.
Cat.
It's Cat.
Oh, Cat. Duh.
I think I might pick Cat over OG.
That one you can flip.
I think it depends on the game for me.
It probably depends on the game.
Yeah. So Wemby,
And then
Brunson, and then one of OG or Cat, and then I think I would say Harper.
Is it Harper or is it
Or
Fox,
maybe-
or is it
maybe if
Castle? It's one of those 3.
If the question is the 5 most important players, then yeah, I'm definitely throwing a Harper, Fox, or Castle. I think it's more Harper because he feels like a more stabilizing presence.
Just
Then
doesn't play a
Castle-
lot of
Castle's-
minutes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's coming off the bench and he's filling in that role, but he's
Yeah.
just like when he's on the floor, it's
No,
like,
he's awesome.
yeah, it just makes me even more furious that they have him. Yeah.
Shout out to lottery reform.
I mean, they're just gonna
Here's
they're
the
gonna have
examples over
what
here.
they're gonna have. What's gonna happen is this stupid reform is gonna happen, and
And we're
then
going to
the
change it again right
Spurs
after 29.
the Spurs are going to have one season where Wemby gets hurt toward the end of the regular season, and they end up missing the playoffs barely, and then they end up with a top 5 pick again.
Like the 2020 Warriors.
It's going to happen in like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's going to happen next year. They're going to win the finals this year, and then next year he's going to get hurt, just like all the champions have been doing.
Yeah.
And there you go. So stupid.
Drew, did you
This
agree with
would
that top
happen.
5?
This
I did.
would happen the year before the Rockets have the Nets pick swap.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying. Anyway.
I agree with the top 5. I think Wemby is the best player in the series. I think it's closer than people think between him and Brunson right now, just because
Yeah.
we kind of saw in that Thunder series, he does tend to get a little squirrely offensively, where he's like, maybe I'll just throw it off the backboard and try to get the rebound and go in for a dunk. You
It's
know,
very
and
young LeBron through like 08-ish. You're
Very
like,
athletic.
he doesn't have everything yet. He doesn't
Right.
have all of the IQ things to go
No.
with. Oh, I can get my shot here. Oh, I've got
Mhm.
this one thing that I can just rely on. He doesn't have
Yeah.
all of it yet.
Yeah, if he's not hitting his 3 at a consistent clip, he it's just, yeah, like I'm saying, it gets a little weird around the basket. I noticed that he really just loves to do a spin away. Like he loves to fade. And it's just like, dude, if you just spin in the opposite direction, you're literally, your hand is touching the rim. Like, I don't know. how this is not like connecting. But
He does that.
Yeah.
Every now and
I think what Shelly said was right. Like the Spurs have the best player, but the Knicks are definitely like more top heavy and maybe a little bit deeper than we've probably been giving them credit for. I was going through quickly like the 3 games they played during the regular season. Knicks had like a 2-1 advantage in those 3 games. First one was NBA Cup, which Wemby was off the bench in that game, so 25 minutes. So I'm not sure how much you can really put like too much stock into that. Like Harrison Barnes started that game for the Spurs, so like he's not really even in the lineup anymore.
Yeah.
So that one's hard to kind of put into context. The New Year's Eve game was kind of like right after that. That's the one that Spurs win by 2. They won the game by 2.
Wemby has I think didn't Huckporty start that game?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Diawara started that game. No Josh Hart. Wemby was 31 and 13 in 24 minutes. Champagne hit 11 threes, and they only won by 2. So all this is like, if you're looking at these, and then March is like the Spurs got blown out again in the fourth quarter, and they lose that game. So if you look at the regular season, which is like kind of, you can take, I think, bits and pieces from those games. Obviously, can't like look at them as a whole. But if it takes that much to beat the Knicks on those nights, with the Knicks having like kind of these weird lineups, I don't know. Gives me pause. I think the books are totally like way out of line.
Aren't the Spurs like minus?
They're minus 200 the last time I looked. Like I think
it was 230 this morning or something like that.
Yeah, like that seems way too high to me.
A lot.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put money on the Knicks, but like just because it's the plus money is so high. Like I don't know why you would
what is it? Plus 180 plus
it's probably like
190 right now.
Probably something like that. But yeah, last time I looked, it was like minus 200 something for the Spurs. Seems way too high. I think it'll probably get closer to even the closer we get to Wednesday. I think when they first came out, like that was right after Game 7. Everyone's like riding the high of the Spurs of like, they just beat the Thunder, like they're gonna win the NBA Finals. And
pre-Game 7, they had them at minus 240.
Yeah,
if it was Spurs,
it'll get closer. But yeah, looking through those games, another thing is we talked about a little bit. Mitch Robinson, I think, is going to have a huge role in this series because the same thing with Wemby getting kind of like a little weird on offense. He gets tired and like starts to just like not go for rebounds, and was getting like kind of out rebounded a little bit by Hartenstein in those games that the Thunder won, and even the games the Thunder lost. Like,
and Hartenstein wasn't rebounding well that series either.
There were minutes that he would kind of just like let some go.
Porzingis syndrome.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if
Pingus.
you know, Robinson is able to if he can make free throws.
He can't, but whatever.
Huge advantage for the Knicks. If he can stay on the floor, huge advantage.
I think even if he can't stay on the floor, like I think Wemby's drawing 7 fouls a game or 8 fouls a game or something like that in this playoffs. If Mitch is able to play 15 to 25 minutes and just collect those 6 fouls, it's like, that was a win.
Sure.
You know, like you're saving fouls from Cat and OG. That's what you're doing at the end of the day. And in that NBA Cup game, I think he had 15 offensive rebounds, and all offensive rebounds were on were while Wemby was on the floor, which is fucking nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, like if he's able to play and just like be what he can on defense and on the offensive glass, like that's a really big wrinkle that the Spurs haven't had to deal with because they've only played each other 3 times this season. It's not like where they played OKC a couple of extra times because the NBA Cup and now the playoffs. Like you haven't seen these guys more than the 3 times that you've seen, and it's only been once since the new year. That's the other interesting thing. Because like the Knicks weren't the Knicks until the playoffs really started either. No. So I think it's a fun series. It's fun. I'm excited.
We doing predictions?
Yeah. Predictions. Who wins and in how many games? Who wants to go first?
I'm saying Knicks in 6. I'll go first.
Oh, that's what we've said each of the last 3 rounds.
I know, and they've won in 4.
Yeah.
That would be insane if they sweep.
They're not sweeping.
They're not, but that's why I said it would be insane.
That would be insane.
Stone, I call going last. Oh no, he's gonna say something. He's gonna say 5.
So stupid. Knicks in 5.
Would you actually believe that though?
No, he doesn't. He wants to.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I do. I think it's Knicks in 5.
It doesn't matter if I believe it. It matters if I want
of
to believe it.
inexperience. Or...
No, I think. Well,
you know,
I think that
the
happened,
reason we
but
picked the
then-
Timberwolves to beat the Spurs.
I
that was a long time ago.
did do that, yeah. After the first round, I was dialed though. I think I've gotten everything right. So,
Outcome wise, yeah, I think so.
100%. No, yeah, it's really Knicks in 6 is really my pick. I just wanted to put Knicks in 5 out there into the ethers just for funsies. Because if the Knicks win a finals at home, Madison Square Garden doesn't exist anymore. It gets burnt to the ground.
Right, for sure.
Which would be cool. I think if you win in 5, it'd be better. I think New York stays alive. Like the city itself stays alive if they win on the road. But yeah, I think Knicks in 6. I do think just what the Knicks have done in the playoffs. I keep saying it's just like it's historic and it has to mean something. And I don't know. I think they have a lot of different things that the Spurs haven't faced in the playoffs so far, and that OKC didn't offer because of injuries. I think it's
and Chet.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Chet on the Knicks right now. So vibes and experience, maybe. Not that the Spurs have just rolled through the whole experience tab this entire postseason like that. I don't know. I just still believe it, and I still think
I don't know. Neither of these teams have played in the finals.
Did the Spurs beat the Blazers in 5 or 6?
5.
So they've gone 5, 6, 7.
And the game that they lost was without Wemby.
When Wemby had a concussion, he left after like 7 minutes.
Yeah, he tried.
So they've gone 5, 6, 7, which means they're due to lose by 1 game the next. If you follow that trajectory,
they should lose.
They're losing. They should lose in 7.
They're getting swept. They've had every outcome before.
It's going to start over. Yeah.
No, it's not going to start over.
4, 5, 6, and 7.
It's going to flip to 7 the other way.
Maybe. Yeah. No, I'm going Knicks in 6.
Okay.
Long-winded way of getting there. Shelly, do it. Come on, do it.
What do you want me to do?
You're wearing all black.
You're the Knicks in 6 thing, so we can.
I don't think I can pick
jinx
the
it and do a
Knicks.
Knicks sweep again because that's what kept happening.
Okay, this is what happened. What's happened? I have picked against the Spurs twice, trying to pick with my brain, whilst my gut disagreed with me, and I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say Spurs in 7.
Okay. I think I
don't agree with it up here.
Did I pick the Spurs against the Wolves?
Feel like it,
or did I go Wolves? Maybe I went Wolves.
I don't know if I
definitely had the Spurs over OKC though.
Round 2.
You did.
You said
Spurs in 6
versus
7.
OKC.
All right. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks win. I think both teams are very, very fucking good, and I think they both create problems for the other team. It's gonna be fun.
I know that someone along my family line has done something irreparable.
You brought this up last episode.
To disrespect the basketball gods.
You can't get it out of your head.
And it would just make so much sense as a form of divine hoop judgment if my team not only falls apart at the seams the same year that the Spurs just accidentally win a finals. just fall into it. It just feels like it has to happen. Every single time I am going into a basketball moment being like, this could go my way, story-wise. It'll probably go the wrong way, but it could go my way. It never does. It never does. So you know what? I'm aligning myself with the universe. Whatever that means. I don't even think that way.
Is this a pick jinx?
Try it out for once.
Are you picking the Spurs because you're hoping it's a jinx?
You know, I'm hedging. I'm not even. It's not even a jinx.
That's good.
That's good.
But I don't like them. Make no mistake. Rockets, Twitter people out there. This is not me defending myself to you. This is saying I'm not one of you. I am not one of you.
as you both know, and everyone that's listened to the show has found out at some point, I used to work with the Knicks Wall, run their socials and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Kyle, Sean, Jess, Aaron, Matt, Ryan, all the people over at the Knicks Wall, because, buddy, they've been inactive for a little over a year. Let me tell you. The Knicks Wall's back. The Knicks Wall was back this morning. They're back. They're active. They're tweeting. The boys are back. It just feels like destiny. The Knicks Wall's back. The Knicks are in the finals. Feels good. Feels good. Kyle Maggio's back on Twitter as well. He's been gone for a little over a year as well. So good to have him back on the timeline. So shout out to all my Knicks Wall friends. Enjoy this week and next week. Burn the city to the ground. Can't wait to see what happens. It's gonna be fun. Any last words before we get out of here?
Shout out to Spike Lee. Shout out to Timothy Chalamet.
Yep.
Shout out to, I guess, Kylie Jenner is there.
Tracy Morgan.
Ben Stiller.
Shout out Tracy
Stiller.
Morgan.
Ben Stiller. Can we talk about Ben Stiller's tweets with the videos of like the cinematography that he's getting on his iPhone? Fucking
They're great.
Rules.
Who would have
Shout
thought?
out Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
The reason that all of this is happening for the Knicks.
Shout out to Devil Wears Prada 2.
Shout out to the Tooch, Stanley Tucci.
The Tooch.
Shout out to Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt. Shout out John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Shout out. I just keep.
I guess.
Fine. Different 1 degree of separation until I die.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say.
Shout out
to the ground.
Cast that sits courtside. All of them.
Is that right?
Imperioli. All the people.
Remember when they used to do it at Lakers games? Just show all the celebrities in the stands, and now it's just the Knicks.
Yeah, they still do it at Lakers games, but it's just 86-year-old Jack Nicholson.
He's still
Every time he's the only one that keeps showing up.
Flea is there.
Sure.
Flea is there.
DiCaprio shows up like once a year. They're really excited about it, and he's like an Auburn baseball cap.
Yeah, it's like the most obscure. So like his agent brought him a cap to put
Like
on.
I don't even know how he figured out what Auburn, Alabama was. He wears that one a lot. It's always interesting.
Big War Eagle
Edie
guy.
Falco.
Big Cam Newton
Another
fan.
name. Yeah, maybe. But that'll do it, boys. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for doing the finals preview. I hope everyone enjoys the basketball this week. We should be back at some point Thursday or Friday this week. TBD. We'll let everybody know. But make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on Apollo NBA Show on YouTube or wherever you get podcast platform, audio, podcasts, so you know, all the things, Apple, Spotify, got video on Spotify as well. Subscribe to NBA Nightman, Drew's individual stuff. I'm sure he'll have a big mega NBA Finals preview, some sort of video. Maybe not. He's shaking his head. He's not.
He's going on. Video is coming out tomorrow.
Traveling.
And it's going to be on the top 5 most fun LeBron James destinations this summer. So
Didn't see that one coming. So subscribe to NBA Nightman. He's got a lot of fun NBA content, shorts, videos, all the things. Follow him on social media as well. And then, we'll be back later this week. Another episode of the Apollo NBA Show.
Bye.